You'll love. Good news. The perfect job is just a click away. Go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day. It's that easy. Stop searching and go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day to find the perfect job for you. Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
This hour on Good Morning Suncoast, a body found in Pinellas County could be a missing boater from Manatee County.
Plus, flames shot high in the air in Palm Beach Sunday. On Sunday morning, we're going to tell you what was going on nearby at the time of that fire.
And how about that moon last night? It's the only one of its kind this year. We'll tell you about it coming up this hour on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC 7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Look at that pretty shot, huh?
Beautiful shot of the Capitol this morning.
Busy time of year, of course. Tax reform in the works. Also, a number of other items as the year winds down. What will be accomplished by year's end? Details hopefully this hour and also on Good Morning America. New voice to you, new face to you. Not mine, hers. Stephanie Webb is here. Good morning.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. My first morning this morning. It's been great so far.
You found the coffee pot?
I did. That was the most important thing. I've had lots of caffeine.
John Scalzi will make a full carafe of coffee and then drink from it.
I see nothing wrong with that. I commend that right there. I respect that.
That's an exaggeration. A little exaggeration.
He's like, half a cup, half a pot.
He uses a straw.
Lots of coffee around here this morning. That's absolutely right. Welcome, Stephanie.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're looking at some patchy fog around this morning for your morning commute, so watch for that. Could limit visibilities to below 1/2 mile, even below 1/4 mile in some locations. So particularly in areas around Venice and areas around Punta Gorda is where the highest fog density has been reported thus far this morning. But it could certainly spread in about 15 minutes in some locations here and there across the Suncoast. So it'll come, go, and ebb and flow. Becky in Old Mayaca, 59 degrees. Richard in Northport reports 62. Mark in Palmetto, 63. Temperatures across the region generally holding in the low to mid 60s. There's the fog, and you can see it is thick in some locations, so give yourself an extra few minutes. After the fog burns off, which it will early, we'll have a daytime high that tops out near the 80-degree mark. So a warm start to what'll end up being a cold week. We'll talk about that coming up in just a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic now. Some buildup on 301 northbound as you head toward downtown Bradenton. Otherwise pretty clear in Manatee County. Farther south now, we'll check Sarasota. Look at the North Bridge to Siesta Key. Plenty of traffic already over the bridge there at Siesta Drive over to Heigl and toward the Village for some reason. Otherwise pretty clear. And South County all clear at 6:02 on your Monday morning.
Our top story this hour, President Trump takes on the FBI and is now facing new questions today in the Russia investigation after a series of weekend tweets and attacks on former FBI Director James Comey.
ABC's Kenneth Moten has the story from Washington.
President Trump in another fight with fired FBI Director James Comey. The president attacking the Bureau, tweeting, after years of Comey, the FBI's reputation is in tatters, worst in history. Comey fired back, tweeting the FBI is honest, the FBI is strong, and the FBI is and always will be independent. The back and forth ignited as the president's legal team worked to explain this tweet from the president's account about former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. I had to fire General Flynn because he lied to the vice president and the FBI.
The president knew he had lied to the FBI, which means that when he talked to the FBI director and asked him effectively to drop this case, he knew that Flynn had committed a federal crime.
The president's lawyer insists he wrote the tweet. The issue is significant because Comey gave sworn testimony to Congress that the president urged him to go easy on Flynn.
I took it as a direction. Right. I mean, this is the president of the United States with me alone saying, I hope this. I took it as this is what he wants me to do.
Trump tweeted, I never asked Comey to stop investigating Flynn, just more fake news covering another Comey lie. It appears special counsel Robert Mueller continues to build his case in the Russia investigation. This after Flynn struck a deal entering that guilty plea Friday.
That plea agreement does not, to me, indicate that there's very much else there.
But top Democrats on Capitol Hill believe we're beginning to see an obstruction of justice case. Comey wasn't the only one who defended the FBI against the president. Fired acting Attorney General Sally Yates tweeted, quote, the only thing in tatters is the president's respect for the rule of law. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
And an FBI counterintelligence expert has been kicked out of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigative team. Sources say Mueller removed Peter Strzok because he sent some messages that could be interpreted as pro-Hillary Clinton. The messages were exchanged last year with another FBI expert who also used to work for Mueller. Sources say the wording led to a concern that the messages could be seen as a political bias. Before joining the Mueller probe, Strzok led the FBI investigation into Clinton's email server. Now, he returned to the FBI over the summer, along with the other expert who received those messages.
The White House is expected to decide today about a big decision here, whether the U.S. Embassy should move from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. In addition, those sources believe the president will soften the announcement for Palestinians by possibly specifying only West Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. That's as opposed to the eastern part, which Palestinians want to claim as their own seat of government. Now, sources caution nothing is certain until President Trump makes a full decision later today.
Florida Governor Rick Scott left for Israel on Saturday on a week-long trade mission. Now, he'll be joined by nearly 70 business and education leaders on that trip. This comes after a meeting that Scott had with the Enterprise Florida Board of Directors earlier this week. In that meeting, Scott pressing the need to ensure lawmakers maintain and replenish the new Florida Job Growth Grant Fund, which has attracted 209 applications from governments and other groups across the state since opening in July. However, Scott has yet to dip into the $85 million that lawmakers set aside this year to attract new businesses to Florida.
Developing overnight, an investigation continues this morning after a body was found Sunday morning near Egmont Key in St. Petersburg. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office and the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission are investigating whether a passerby found the body of a man who appears to be in his 60s. It was about 2 weeks ago rescue crews were searching that area for this man, 64-year-old Frazier Horn of Cortez Village. His wife reported him missing. His boat was found. He was not, though. Detectives are trying to figure out if that body is indeed him. We'll have updates on the story as they become available.
And an update now in Tampa's neighborhood as the Seminole Heights neighborhood tries to find a new normal following the arrest of an accused serial killer, helping to transition a newly unveiled addition to that area. The fourth victim, 60-year-old Ronald Felton's image, joining Benjamin Mitchell, Monica Hoffa, and Anthony Naboa in a mural honoring those victims. This, of course, as Felton's family continues to look for answers as to why anyone would kill their loved one.
I'm sorry he got killed like that. Like an animal in the street, he didn't have to get killed. My heart go out to the murderer family. I feel sorry for them, very sorry for them.
24-year-old Howell Emmanuel Donaldson III was taken into custody last week for the murder of Felton and the three others in the Seminole Heights neighborhood. Police say Donaldson handed a former co-worker at an Ybor City McDonald's a bag with a gun inside, telling her he expected to leave the state. The woman gave the weapon to police, who traced it to the ammunition used in all four murders over the last 2 months.
2 people escaped a Sunday morning house fire in West Palm Beach. Look at this video. You can see smoke and flames for blocks around Palm Beach Lakes and 17th Street. This actually happened a couple of blocks from a marathon taking place at the same time on the streets of Palm Beach. No word yet how this fire began. It knocked out power, though, to 27 homes in the area. For breaking news alerts, check out our new app. Go to the App Store and punch up WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users can get that update automatically to their phone. We're learning new details now about the Jacksonville High School student who disappeared with her high school soccer coach. New York State Police saw his car and pulled him over near Syracuse. Now, Ryan Rodriguez is facing charges, and he's behind bars in upstate New York. We're hearing now for the first time from Caitlin Frasina's parents about getting their daughter back.
We're looking forward to a lot more time together and being able to get back home and move forward as a family.
It's been difficult. I'm glad to have my daughter back where I know I can protect her and keep her safe, as a father always wants to do.
That's tough, though. The girl climbed out her bedroom window. She left behind her cell phone, which had been fully erased. Meantime, back here in the Suncoast, Manatee County Crime Watch officials are making sure kids know how to stay safe, especially when their parents aren't around. The 5th annual Safe Kids Fair took place over the weekend at the Westminster Presbyterian Church in Bradenton. The goal was to teach kids how to protect themselves and who to report to if they find themselves in an emergency situation. Parents learned about the National Rad Kids program coming to the Suncoast later on this month.
Basically, all it is defensive so that they can do something and get away. Their whole idea is to get away, to be safe.
8 local personnel are certified to teach that course. Instructors will run the Rad Kids program starting December 30th at the Westminster Presbyterian Church.
And caught on camera a frightening moment for one Florida woman when she noticed an uninvited guest at her backyard. Dallas Ludwig shot this video from her phone as she was getting ready for her daily walk. Ludwig says this black bear has made his way to her backyard throughout the last couple of years, but never quite this close.
At that point, I mean, you're like 4 feet from the bear and, you know, not happy about the damage done to our property. He could have continued to go through the door, maybe break a window.
And of course, it didn't stay too long. Ludwig says after about an hour, the bear finally left. And of course, she contacted the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission about the issue.
Did you see it last night? An unusual moon in the eastern sky. If you missed it, here it is, the supermoon of 2017. Supermoons happen when the sun, moon, and earth align, and a full or new moon aligns with the sun's lunar orb. I hope a quiz doesn't follow here.
Right. I'm paying attention to all of this.
The supermoon tends to be brighter and appear to be larger than its usual size. The worst part is you get your cell phone out and take a picture, it never does it justice.
But it's the supermoon, so you're going to have a super picture this time.
You'd hope so. You'd hope so.
So it's funny how supermoon has all of a sudden kind of captured the imagination of the public. We have them every year.
Yeah.
They're not uncommon, but somehow they're like the new El Nino or something.
Well, maybe it's because we had an eclipse earlier this year, so much attention, you know, everybody's looking toward the skies.
Astronomically minded.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Right.
We have some changing weather coming up. By the way, that moon was the full cold moon, was the nickname for it.
Okay.
Really?
And we have some cold weather coming, so I guess it all works out. You know?
Matches.
Yes, the golden thread continues. We'll talk about the changing cold forecast coming up in a few.
And of course, still had the latest first alert in traffic as well. And we're going to get to know a little bit about me.
Yes, we'll find out more about Stephanie Webb. There's her boyfriend.
Yes, breaking news.
Does he know?
No, not yet.
All right. Let's go outside and take a peek how it looks on this Monday morning. Fog, as John just talked about. More on that. Changing weather on the way, and more about Stephanie Webb next.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Naomi, my California closet designer, has been my partner in crime. She was genuinely fun to work with. We have had a ball collaborating on the 8 units that we have done in our home. The closets in the house are great, but the den is what everyone comments on when they walk in the house. And it's so beautiful. They say, whoa, who did that? And I said, it's California Closets. My name is Melissa, and this is my California Closets story.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, What can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Have a great holiday. Happy holidays from ABC 7. Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we have a wind blowing at about 8 miles per hour. That's significant because sometimes an 8-mile-an-hour wind, if conditions are not ripe, can just kind of eliminate the chance of fog. Such is not the case this morning. We have a 64-degree air temperature and a dew point of 63, with that wind kind of blowing the fog around from here to there and one location to another. The fog can come up on you kind of quickly and could limit your visibility on your morning commute. Some places will see the fog start to abate. Other places will see it start to thicken. And that'll be the case till about 9 o'clock when all this fog is going to burn off. And that should leave us a very nice day indeed. 60 degrees in Tallahassee, Gainesville at 64, Jacksonville 63, Daytona at 60. From about Orlando southward, temperatures are cracking the 60-degree mark, and that's the case in our neck of the woods, certainly. 64, Wauchula 63, Arcadia 62, Mayaca, Venice at 64, and Bradenton is at 64. No rain in your morning commute. The rain showers are on the other coast thanks to the onshore wind there. We saw that all week long last week, and we'll probably see it for the next few mornings until the winds start to shift around. Right now, dry across our area, but later in the week, that could change with a few scattered showers around buildings starting Wednesday night as this frontal boundary back to the west, which contains some colder air, starts to advance in our direction, and the high-pressure ridge begins to make way for that. As the high-pressure ridge makes way for that, our winds initially are out of the east, shifting even southeasterly. That brings back the humidity for the next several days. And then on Wednesday, this frontal boundary will start to tap into that moisture and bring us a chance of showers as that front approaches. Our rain chance probably maxing out at about 40% on Friday as that line approaches. No severe weather anticipated, but could get a thunderstorm or two Thursday night into Friday. Warm temperatures to start off the week in the low 80s. Nice. I think everybody will enjoy that. But later the week, after the rains start to build, we'll get some colder air on the way, and that cold air will be a big change for a lot of folks, I think. East wind comes in at about 5 to 10 today, but check out the extended range. After the rain showers start to appear on Wednesday night, the colder air begins to filter in, and Friday's daytime temperature with some scattered cold rains will be only at about 65 degrees, and that could begin a period of cooler weather for us that could last many days. Back to you guys.
We had a good run for a while. Thank you, John. Let's check the roads right now. First alert traffic showing some spotty buildup here and there. Nothing major to report right now in Manatee County. Farther south, we'll see a little problem there at 41 where it turns into 301. Not too far from Bay Vista and Payne Park. Otherwise, pretty clear. South County, checking that. We'll just slow down 41 southbound as you approach the 776 bypass. 6:18 right now. Time to learn who I'm sitting next to. Stephanie Webb is here. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's been a good morning so far, so I feel pretty good about this.
You're doing great.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, let's check some pictures now.
Yes, a little bit about me. I have two girls, Morgan and Nina. Those are my girls. My youngest is a freshman in college. She's studying marine biology. And then my oldest is studying business.
Who's that young girl in the middle, though?
Well, I like to say she is a Florida girl, accidentally born in Michigan. So, yes, that is me. We've come down here my whole life. My family's in the Sarasota area, Fort Myers, Port Charlotte as well. It's our fur baby, Rue, a little chocolate lab. She's 4 years old as well.
Beautiful.
She's a sweetheart. She keeps us company many times. She made the transition from Michigan to Florida quite well, so not too bad.
That's
not
important.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Now, a little bit about me, Ray. I love adventures. This was indoor skydiving
I love that.
at iFly in Tampa by Topgolf. Amazing experience. You have to try it at least once. It's very cool and not nearly as hard as it looks.
So similar sensation to skydiving?
Very much so, very much so. And this one is very easy. The instructors show you how. It's very controlled, so it's a great time. If you ever want to do some skydiving, start there first.
Just not quite the same view, though, as real skydiving.
No. Speaking of view, Ray, I'd like to apologize for this. I am a huge Star Wars junkie, as viewers will find out. I actually did a story on a man that owns a collection of Star Wars toys worth over $200,000 in his basement.
You can do all the Star Wars stories then.
I call lifetime dibs on all of those.
You got it.
Well.
Thank you.
And you haven't seen any, so I'm just going to start streaming them during commercial breaks, and eventually we'll have you see all of them.
Torturing me.
I think that's how it works.
Yes.
The other thing that a lot of people know about me is I'm a film critic. This was Leonardo DiCaprio at one of our award shows. I vote in the Critics' Choice Awards. And we're in the movie season right now, so lots of movies coming our way. Some of the big ones out there we're all talking about right now as well. So if you ever need movie recommendations.
Yeah. Well, did you see Wonder, by the way?
I saw Wonder. It's amazing with Julia Roberts, based on a true story as well. Very, very good. Lady Bird is another one that's very good.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, very good.
John didn't love that one as much because John sees about 3 a week.
Oh, John and I, we're going to be new besties.
Your new best friend, John Scalzi, and our new best friend is Stephanie Webb. Great to have you here.
Thank you so much for making me so welcome this morning.
6:20 right now, still ahead. A former Stanford swimmer named Brock Turner is now asking for a new trial.
That's right. We'll tell you why his lawyers are ruling the case was contaminated right from the start after this.
Peek outside first off before our break and see what we have in the Rosemary District, some fog. John talks more about the weather coming up. Stay with us.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that. And with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and 3-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
The perfect musical for the holidays is live on the Players Center stage. Packed with the big band sounds from World War II, the 1940s Radio Hour is our boogie-woogie bugle boy answer to the holiday blues. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. The Players Wild Broadway series wishes you a Merry Christmas with the 1940s Radio Hour.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Had a great time at the parade this weekend. Saw many of you out there. There's Linda Carson and Jacqueline Matter and myself. We posed after the parade. Tens of thousands of people along the parade route. John Scalzi was out there, and many other folks here from the station. Good time had by all. Send us any pictures you might have queued up on your phone there this way. You can send it to me at Ray Collins, ABC7, John Scalzi, ABC7. We'll get Stephanie Webb's address up there as soon as we can as well. New co-anchor here on Good Morning Suncoast. Great to have you here.
Feeling good. I feel like a good Monday morning so far. A good way to start the week.
Yes, indeed. A Stanford swimmer making news for his trial. A change in that situation right now. Look at the latest in Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Brock Turner, that former Stanford swimmer convicted of sexually assaulting an unconscious young woman, is now asking for a new trial. According to the appeal, misstatements, misrepresentations, and misunderstandings tainted the case, and the actual evidence does not support any of the three convictions. At trial, the district attorney's office argued that then 22-year-old victim, referred to as Emily Doe, was too intoxicated to consent when then 19-year-old Turner sexually assaulted her after a frat party in 2015. The case sparked nationwide outrage when Turner was sentenced last year. The prosecution asked for 6 years behind bars, but the judge gave him just 6 months. Turner wound up serving only 3. And we'll have the latest on Turner's appeal coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Lindsay Davis, ABC News, New York.
Working hard to lower your LDL bad cholesterol? Not making enough progress? You eat well, take the highest dose statin you can, but still aren't getting where you need to be. Now there's Repatha, a different way to reduce LDL and get on the path to dramatically lower numbers. Repatha works differently than your statin to help clear LDL. Repatha plus the highest dose statin drove down LDL an average of 71% more than a statin alone.
Do not take Repatha if you are allergic to it. Repatha may cause allergic reactions. Signs include redness, severe rash or itching, swollen face, or trouble breathing. The most common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
Added to a highest dose statin, Repatha lowered LDL below 70 for up to 90% of people. Ask if Repatha can get you on the path to way lower LDL.
Since 1928, Kerastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Kerastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Are you a soccer mom or dad? Regardless of their age or experience level, when your kids play soccer or any other sport, there's one person on the sideline who is key to help recognize and seek medical care for sports-related concussion. It's you. You need to know the signs and symptoms of concussion, and you need to act if you think your child has been injured. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. To learn more, go to cdc.gov/concussion. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Everything all right?
Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. It turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
Good morning. It is 6:30 on this beautiful Monday morning. Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, if you are in the midst of holiday shopping, we've got an important warning for you about one very popular toy this holiday season.
Manatee County Sheriff deputies trying to find the person who held up a local Checkers early on Sunday morning.
And you may have seen some familiar faces like this guy sitting right next to me at Saturday night's holiday parade in downtown Sarasota. We've got those stories and much more right now on Good Morning Suncoast.
Live from the ABC7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning. I'm Stephanie Webb.
And I'm Ray Collins. You say it like it's, here again.
Hey, I'm Stephanie Webb. I'm still here. I'm pretty good. An hour and a half into this Monday morning.
An hour and a half? You're not crying yet?
Nothing has caught on fire. I feel really good about this so far. It's a solid Monday morning.
That was your joke about crying, not
right,
mine.
No crying and nothing has caught on fire. That is a good first day at work, I think.
I love how you said that when you first got here. Hey, John Scalzi.
Good morning to you both.
Thank you.
That's kind of fun to say.
Right.
Good morning to you both.
Yes.
And it's a very pleasant morning, I think. Temperatures are mild outside, Stephanie. It's great to have you here on the anchor desk, and it's a dawn of a new era here on the morning show. Becky in Omayeka reports 59 degrees. Mark in Palmetto, one of our weather watchers, comes in with 63, and Cooper, our youngest weather watcher, comes in with a temperature of 64 degrees, and he's in central Sarasota. So across the region, temperatures are generally uniformly in the 60s everywhere you look, but we do have a fog issue in places. Visibility at Punta Gorda now down to a quarter mile, so do be careful. It can come up on you pretty quickly, and there is some low-hanging cloud as well, but no rainfall across the region. Both fog and cloud will burn off, giving mostly sunny afternoon skies and a daytime high near 80. As advertised last week and still true this week, colder weather is on the way. We'll talk about that coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Checking first alert traffic right now. The little buildup there from Palmetto. It just disappeared as I said that. That's powerful.
Yes.
State Road 64 westbound heading toward the beaches. A little congestion there on Palmasola. Farther south into Lakewood Ranch on University, some congestion there as you get through the diverging diamond. Otherwise pretty clear in northern Sarasota County. South County, mostly clear at 6:32 on your Monday morning.
And topping our news this half hour, a search is on this morning for the armed robber who held up a Checkers restaurant near University in Lockwood Ridge.
Witnesses say a man entered the restaurant about 1 o'clock Sunday morning. The man implied he had a weapon. None was seen. He took the money and ran out the door. Luckily, nobody was injured in all this. If you can help, call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen, 866-634-TIPS.
And in consumer news, a warning for parents hoping to put a very popular toy under the Christmas tree this year. Fingerlings. They are one of the hottest toys out this holiday season. And that's why when mom Lois Ruthel found them on Walmart.com, she ordered them immediately. But she didn't get exactly what she ordered when the package arrived.
There was miswording on the package. The product inside wasn't secured. The color was leaching off of the product onto their hands.
It was just really scary, and we were really disappointed.
Now, it turns out her toys were actually fake. They were sold through a third party on Walmart's website. Experts say to make sure the same thing doesn't happen to you, look out for misspellings on the website. Be sure to look for suspicious prices that seem either way too low or maybe way too high. And make sure any website that you order from this holiday season has safeguards for consumers. Now, Walmart ended up giving Rothel a full refund, telling ABC News, quote, "We take these issues very seriously, have no tolerance for sellers who list items in violation of our terms of service." And 4 men have been sent to federal prison for their roles in a Florida sweepstakes fraud scheme involving thousands of victims all across the country. The Miami U.S. Attorney's Office says that the 4 were sentenced to prison after being convicted of mail fraud conspiracy charges. Prosecutors say they falsely notified people by mail that they had won a substantial prize and that the recipients had to pay a fee of between $20 and $50 to claim their winnings. The fraudulent letters told victims to pay the fees in cash or by check or money order payable to fictitious companies, but the money instead went to the defendants. Nearly 100,000 people fell victim to that scheme. And of course, Floridians, we give billions to dollars of thousands of charities and nonprofit organizations every year. But while many are looking to do good, some scammers will try to take advantage.
Sad but true. Erica Jackson has some helpful tips to make sure donations are going to those who need it the most.
Bob Heaton and his band, The Savory Swing, are giving back to the community through the power of music.
How can we, as musicians who love to work, help the community? So of all the charities around, the food bank seemed to be the one that we all felt pretty good about.
The band performs 6 times a year in Sarasota. Fans pay $10 a ticket, with all the money going towards All Faiths Food Bank.
It benefits the disadvantaged of our community. There's many, many charities, but the most disadvantages of people who are hungry.
Still, Heaton says there are some who think twice before handing over cash for the donation.
I'm sure there are people that rip people off, but this is very legitimate.
Make sure your money is going to help those who need it most.
Officials with the Florida Attorney General's office say it may be hard to tell which organizations use donations for the services they advertise. Before forking over any cash, Attorney General spokesperson Whitney Ray suggests doing your homework.
If anyone does solicit you, ask a lot of questions. Ask them to send you a pledge form or for more information about their charity.
Also, watch out for similar sounding charities. Some scam artists may choose a name close to well-known charities to get you to donate. It's easier to avoid fake charities than it is to get your money back after falling victim to a scam.
Go ahead and give to an established charity, a well-known charity. That way, when you're solicited, you're not susceptible to any type of scam.
Heaton suggests protecting yourself by how you donate money.
If they're skeptical, just write a check to the All Faiths Food Bank, and it's got to go to them.
Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, the annual Sarasota Holiday Parade took over the streets of downtown Sarasota over the weekend. ABC 7 was there with our very own convoy. But before showtime began, ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter spoke with the 2016 Best Float winner, Stage Door Studios. The Sarasota Dance Company's owners say they've been preparing since all the way back last January, and participating is something they look forward to all year long. Sarasota's holiday parade started in 1995 and has become one of the largest holiday parades on the Suncoast with thousands of participants.
An unusual holiday experience over the weekend for some kids with special needs in the area. The mall at University Town Center offered a sensory-friendly Santa meet and greet for children on the autism spectrum. The event lowered the lights and cut back on cameras and loud equipment in an effort to create a relaxing atmosphere.
This is the first time we've done this event here at UTC, and we're just excited to offer this new event for families who might have special needs in the community.
An autism-friendly environment does mean a manageable degree of sensory stimulation, which will make it calmer and better for the kids to relate to others.
And of course, it's 2 easy things that we all love, dogs and the holidays. And both worlds collided in Sarasota on Sunday. The annual Jingle Paws Jubilee was on the Suncoast with an all-new location and date this year. The event featured dozens of local pet-centric businesses, expanding its celebration with the move to the Philippi Estate in Sarasota. The move to Sunday also gave visitors a better opportunity to participate and bring some much-needed food and pet supplies to be donated to several local animal groups.
It's amazing how the people brighten up when they see dogs and other dogs, and they're friendly, and people go up and talk to each other. It's like a real sense of community.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love to see everybody loving their dogs. It's great.
It is great. The event also helped local animals up for adoption and new homes as well. And for the latest on these stories, breaking news, weather, and so much more, all you have to do is download the updated version of our app. iPhone users need to go to the App Store and just re-download the app. All you have to do is search for WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users, you are going to get that update automatically.
It was a beautiful weekend for the annual Siesta Key Seafood and Music Festival. Hundreds came out for a day or two at the beach and a taste of the Suncoast. A good time had by all. Even better, admission to this event was free.
Meanwhile, backed by popular demand, the Northport Public Library's old-fashioned holiday celebration brought in regulars and new visitors alike yesterday.
Santa Claus is coming to town.
I love this. The event took guests back to a simpler time with a presentation of how holidays were observed in Florida during the 1800s.
It's great to see people coming in as families, and that we have so many hands-on experiences where they can actually take the time, sit down, and inspire their creativity, but also just to really immerse themselves in the experience.
The library will feature a craft event next week for families to come and make winter dioramas together. Ray, you should get in on that. Head over to mysuncoast.com for more information on that event.
Dioramas. I'm glad you had that story. Happening today, Sarasota's Bay Haven School will be part of the largest learning event in history. Get this. All 600 students from kindergarten to 5th grade will take part in an hour of code, C-O-D-E, code. It's all part of National Computer Science Education Week. Last year, Bay Haven students wrote over 30,000 lines of code with the help of parent volunteers and local IT professionals. Today's assembly, 2:30 p.m., and it is open to the public. A lot of folks say, what is an hour of code? Now, as a layman, what would...
About 60 minutes.
About 60 minutes? There's your important trivia fact today.
I guess they're teaching the kids how to program computers using some elementary computer coding.
Yeah.
In fact, I was just thinking that's a great Christmas gift for those who are looking out there, because you can buy toys that teach kids how to code, and it's so important in today's world. I mean, it's good for your thought processes, and it's great for down the road as well in school.
Head toward a career. They might learn some new careers through all this.
Yes. You never know.
Yes.
It's good stuff. And plus, it's fun. It's good stuff. We have across our region some changing weather this week. We'll talk about that in just a few.
That is right. And still ahead in Good Morning Suncoast, the latest in Suncoast First Alert traffic as well. And CVS Pharmacy may be buying healthcare giant Aetna.
We'll tell you what this means for the future of healthcare and how it could change what you're paying every month. Here's a peek outside on this Monday morning. Shot there of Sarasota Bay and Longboat Key off in the distance through the fog. We'll have John's forecast up next.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye, and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
Selfless service is the guiding principle of every Army National Guard soldier. They have a stake in the well-being of the neighborhoods where they live and work. To be an Army National Guard soldier is to serve something greater than yourself. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
A 64-degree air temperature, a little bit of fair weather cloudiness out there, and a dew point value pretty close to the air temperature, bringing us high relative humidity. In fact, we have an issue with fog in some locations. Mostly, it seems to be from about Venice southward. That's where the heaviest fog has formed so far this morning. East-northeast wind comes in at about 8, and temperatures across the entire peninsula are pretty much where they were when we left you on Friday. We have some 50s to the north, Jacksonville coming in at 52, and backing it up. Well, Pensacola is now at 60. They were in the 50s. 54-degree in Gainesville, and then south of that in the 60s solidly. Now, locally, with temperatures generally in the mid-60s as you get close to the coast and lower 60s as you move further inland, we have this patchy fog location basically in Wauchula and areas near Arcadia, Northport, Punta Gorda particularly, whose temperature now is at 62. Under the low clouds, no rainfall, so that's not a problem. But rains may be a problem as we head into a Wednesday night and Thursday, particularly Thursday into Friday. Frontal boundary approaches. Behind it, there's some colder air. A line of showers starts to form with that front, and while there may be some thunderstorm and potentially even some isolated severe weather instances in parts of the deep south, by the time the front makes it here, that threat will be gone. Warm temperatures to start this week, as we're experiencing currently, and then later in the week, rain showers followed by the colder air filtering in. Our futurecast doesn't show much in the way of rainfall until then. Maybe an inland shower riding on the east wind as we saw last week. But then as that front approaches, we'll watch rainfall totals start to increase, particularly in the deep south. But then as we move into our area this through Wednesday, we start to pick up a little bit of light rainfall Wednesday. Rainfall chances will be greatest on Friday, and the temperatures will start to be a little bit cooler as well. East wind coming in at about 5 to 10, and the forecast, well, calls for a pretty raw day, I'd say, on Friday. Cloud cover, intermittent rain showers, and daytime high temperatures only in the 60s. And that spells the beginning of probably a multi-day cool snap. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, John. Checking First Alert traffic right now. Traffic building around Palmetto, heading toward downtown Bradenton. Otherwise pretty clear, besides a little blip there on 301 southbound at 70. Northern Sarasota, you'll see some slowdowns there just south of University Parkway on 301 as you head through the Newtown area, also 41 by the new Westin Hotel. Farther south now, we'll check that map. Couple of slowdowns, 41 northbound as you head toward South Venice.
In this hour's Health Smart, CVS Pharmacy is pushing to purchase insurance giant Aetna for $69 billion. It's all an effort by CVS to position the company as a one-stop shop for health care, whether it's with prescription drugs, clinics, or insurance plans. Now, the acquisition pairs a company that runs almost 10,000 drugstores and over 1,000 walk-in clinics, covering nearly 22 million Americans. CVS is planning to have a conference call later on this morning to discuss that deal.
Now, sports.
Well, we now know who will play in this year's college football playoffs, but it's not without some controversy. The teams are Clemson, Georgia, Oklahoma, and Alabama. So on New Year's Day, Georgia and Oklahoma will play in the Rose Bowl, and Alabama and Clemson will meet for the third straight year. The Crimson Tide was chosen over two conference champions, Ohio State and USC, without even playing in the SEC championship. Here's the Alabama coach reaction.
I certainly believed and trusted in the integrity of the committee, that they would do their very best to put the best teams in. I really do believe that based on a total body of work, that our team really deserved the opportunity to be in, and we're very pleased and happy that they did.
He should be. This is the first time the college football playoffs will feature two teams from the same conference in Georgia and Alabama. Other big games, Miami won't have to go too far to play in the Orange Bowl against Wisconsin on December 30th. Undefeated UCF will face Auburn in the Peach Bowl on New Year's Day. USF will face Texas Tech in the Birmingham Bowl December 23rd. And despite a 6-6 record, FSU gets back into a bowl again, 36th straight year. That's a record. The Independence Bowl on December 27th against Southern Mississippi. Jameis Winston came back for the first time in several games yesterday against the Packers. He was out. His backup went 2-1, Ryan Fitzpatrick. But anyway, Winston's back in, got some help from Cameron Brate. Great one-headed catch there. Touchdown Buccaneers. They go up 7-0. But this went into overtime, tied 20-20. Packers got the ball. Aaron Jones goes 20 yards for this walk-off touchdown. Now the Packers win 26-20. Winston, though, went 21 for 32 and 2 touchdowns in his return. Did you watch the game?
That is right. I did watch the game. I was just thinking about that, too. Aaron Rodgers is due back in the next couple of weeks as well. We didn't think he'd be back this season.
Yes.
A similar injury to Jameis did with his collarbone.
A depleted Packers right now, and I love that you're a sports fan.
Right. Love me some football. It's the longest season when there is no football on. Still ahead, we're going to update your top headlines as well. And at long last, wedding ring loss for almost 50 years is finally back in the hands of the groom. We'll tell you where the ring was found and how it was reunited with the right couple after this break.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, Eye Comfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Choral Artists of Sarasota presents Too Hot to Handle. Add an electric spark to your holiday season with the return of this joyful gospel reinvention of Handel's Messiah. Shout hallelujah and get ready for a roof-raising performance featuring an ensemble of 100 singers, plus exceptional musicians and outstanding soloists, including Amy Jo Connors and members of the West Coast Black Theater Troupe. Sunday, December 10th, 7:30 p.m. at the Van Wezel. Tickets and info are at choralartistsarasota.org.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC 7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Good morning. Here are some of the top stories that we are following for you now on the Suncoast today.
The search is on for the person who held up a Checkers restaurant near University and Lockwood Ridge. It happened early on Sunday morning.
Plus, Pinellas County Sheriff deputies are trying to figure out if a body that was found on Sunday morning near Egmont Key is that of a missing Manatee County man. Frank Horn of Cortez Village hasn't been seen in about 2 weeks, but his boat was recovered.
And a fun weekend on Siesta Key for the annual Seafood and Music Festival. Good turnout there. Hundreds enjoyed the event, mostly because it was also a free event. Checking traffic right now, a broad brush look there at problem at I-75 northbound near exit 193, Jacaranda. Busy spot there, so be aware of that northbound situation. Otherwise, mostly clear at 6:55 on your Monday morning, John.
Yeah, so a warm start to the work week, but then showers by midweek will be accompanied by a cool down, taking our daytime high temperatures into the mid-60s by Friday.
And finally, a wedding ring lost for almost 50 years is finally back with the right guy. Dean Anderson's wedding ring, seen here in their wedding album, had been missing since 1971. When they went to a friend's for a backyard barbecue and played touch football, the ring was loose already. It fell off in the grass. They looked for the ring. Eventually, they gave up, figuring the ring was lost forever. But a construction crew recently spotted the ring while digging up a sidewalk that was last built in 1982. And thanks to some engraved initials and wedding date, the ring has found its way back to the groom's finger. Probably a little tight right now, though. A few years have passed.
What a great story. And it says so much about how well the ring was made to have lasted and done so well throughout these years, you know?
Yeah.
Old.
Yes.
But to find it under a street, that's amazing.
Yeah.
What a stroke of luck.
Very good.
Obviously blessed.
Some very good luck. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in this morning. Thanks for making this such a great, easy morning.
Wow.
So good to have you here.
Thank you so much. I think I'm going to come back tomorrow if that's
Good.
okay.
Yeah, it's a great start.
All right, sounds good. Good Morning America is up next.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
So I never had closet systems before. Our designer, Bridget, was able to listen and ask the right questions, taking our ideas and making them happen. We were totally satisfied from beginning to end. I knew the California Closets would help me with every aspect of the design process, and they delivered 100%. My name is Teresa, and this is my California Closet story.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
I'm Alan Cohn. The Seminole Heights killer, 4 dead in our own backyard. How was he caught? What is there to learn?
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Download the all-new ABC 7 First Alert